Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this week. This week's video a little different. I was tempted to skip it. The reason being is we are getting ready for the Wraptor races. If you haven't seen that, check out our events tab, the Wraptor races. I've done a little video on it as well, where we got a static Jaguar meet and some drag racing / runs up and down a private hired runway for you guys to come and enjoy. It'll be a fantastic day, 2nd of August this year, 2025, and that's a Saturday. So we're getting really prepared for that. We're very busy, along with multiple projects in the workshop. We're building one of these, another monster Range Rover. We've got a couple of special project F-types, and we've got 2 or 3 special project XJs in as well. So yeah, really exciting stuff. This week I'm just going to give you a sneak peek on what we've been doing in the workshop. Here's a particularly gorgeous XFR-S we had in for some supercharger maintenance and some cooling system part upgrades. May be worth a watch because it may be of value to you if you've got one of these engines in your car, whether it's an RS or whether it's a different Jaguar, Land Rover, Range Rover. Hope you enjoy the vid. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Wednesday again around midday. I'm Dud, Wraptor.
Okay, quick vid for the XFR-S. We have supercharger removed to access the coolant pipes that commonly need replacing. Perfect time to check out the supercharger and see its condition. So we've just done a very slight strip down where we've removed the snout. That's the prime opportunity to replace the coupler that couples this to this. Very common to wear out. That one had a bit of wear, not too bad. It's in worse, but yeah, worth replacing. And on this particular charger, so we've got the snout here. So you've got a pulley which we're going to change for a performance one. We've got a bearing here and a bearing here, and on this one, when we rotate it, it's quite rough. Not sure if the camera's picking up the noise, hopefully, but there's a sort of a dry noise when that's rotated. Sometimes these can wear grooves in the shaft here, but this one looks okay. If it has, we can refurb that. So on this snout, I'd recommend 2 new bearings, and why not a performance pulley while we're there. Now, this is the main supercharger itself. It's got gears in the back here, bearings in the back, and they are immersed in oil. We can go ahead and change the oil. That's a good idea to do while the supercharger's off. There is very slight play in these bearings. Now, currently you aren't able to change these bearings. You can only try and prolong its life by replacing the oil and looking after the rest of the supercharger. But there is very slight play in there, so customer needs to be aware of that. However, there's a lot of play in these front bearings, and that's making the charger sound quite nasty. You hear it rattling. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. And basically we've got play in the front 2 bearings here, and you can hear that. So I'd definitely recommend replacing those bearings. And on the back of the supercharger, we've got the Symposer, which is a common thing we tend to delete. This big lump of plastic. It's already started to become old, brittle. That pipe's broke. This pipe can break and other stuff. Takes up a lot of room in the engine. That is designed to guide supercharged noise into the cabin, but in the reality we don't find it actually does anything. So we tend to install our simple little delete kit. Prevents future problems, creates more room in your engine bay. Cost effective fix there. And of course, while the supercharger's off, we're going to be replacing this pipe and the connecting Y pipe for our updated metal ones.
Okay, just an update on this supercharger. You've got the video of it being very noisy, growly and rattly. Here it is now that it's been rebuilt. Pretty silent.
And underneath we're going to be changing these banana arm bushes that can become a bit perished and a bit sloppy over time with our uprated poly bushes. Under here we've noted a slight oil leak. It is slight. We think it's coming from the front crankshaft seal area. You need special tooling to be able to remove the hub, etc., to be able to do that, which we can. It takes about 4 hours, so maybe a job to bear in mind for the future. And then we're going to be replacing this commonly corroded rear lower brace. It looks a bit of a state, doesn't it? We're going to be putting our galvanised strengthened one on there with all new stainless steel fixings.